cuts, and you know, but I think the university system here in this state is so important. We all agree to that, and so I want to, you know, just focus on some of the agreements. I think we all can agree that the UW system is definitely, you know, world-class organization, and it gives just, you know, completely excellent educations to students when they want to take advantage of that. And, you know, it's definitely an asset to the state. You know, when the cuts were announced, you know, we have, you know, our side to defend, and, you know, we sometimes defend by minimizing, you know, saying, well, it was only 2.5% of the overall $6 billion budget, and I do not want to minimize, you know, the cuts are serious. I'm not going to go back and rehash things, but, you know, I look at my and Representative Hintz's university in our district, UW Oshkosh, who was looking at a $7.5 million cut, and in their budget, that, you know, those are huge numbers, and it affects real people. The thing that I have been so absolutely impressed with is our new chancellor, as I mentioned before, Andrew Levitt. When I went on a tour and visited some of the different organizations and departments at the university, we got on one of the buses to, you know, go to the next area, and he turned to me and he said, this will be the first time in UW Oshkosh history that we would have to either lay off or fire people, and, you know, that's pretty serious. But then he looked me square in the eye and he said, you know, I'm ready to roll up my sleeves. And, you know, he wasn't out there firing, you know, doing press releases saying, you know, how terrible things are. He, you know, showed great leadership, rolled up his sleeves. You know, he came up with a plan right away. First year, there would be 20 people that would have to leave out of 1,800 people at the university. 20 people would have to be let go, but it was through attrition, it was through retirements. He had a plan for the next year and the next year. And I could talk for my full 10 minutes and 21 seconds yet, you know, about the great innovative things at UW Oshkosh. You know, just a couple things, the Small Business Development Center, you know, I was so impressed to visit that. We have a Center for Entrepreneurship, which, you know, that's something that really fires me up and gets me excited. It's such a dynamic department. Colleen Merrill is running that, and, you know, entrepreneurship is what drives the state to a very large degree, and there are students there that are developing new apps, and it's just amazing stuff that's going on. Back, you know, in the 80s, when I attended UW Oshkosh, and still to this day, they have a great College of Business, you know, one of the top in the state, and they have a world-class nursing program. So, and you know, they're also in the initial phases of developing an aeronautics authority, which, you know, is really exciting considering that UW or EAA is in our city, and you know, it's about time that somebody had the foresight to do that. I know Tom Grogan, you know, has been sitting here all day today from UW Oshkosh, and you know, appreciate the relationship that we've been developing. As I spoke before, trust is, you know, a serious word, and the flexibilities, and I went through our omnibus motion, and there are 70 different flexibilities that we, Senator Harsdorf and everybody was involved, because UW is such a huge policy area. I had great advice coming from all my members, from the Senate and the Assembly, and I appreciate them helping along with the process. And 70 different flexibilities that the UW was asking for, and initially, I think there was a figure of about $15 million in savings that UW was saying if we gave them those flexibilities, you know, if the public authority maybe wasn't going to happen, we gave them those new flexibilities, that it could probably save the system about $15 million. And we did that. We hammered away and went back and forth a lot, but you know, we ended up, I think, with some really good options for the UW. One of the biggest areas I think that concerned most of the members in our caucus, in the Senate, I know a lot of taxpayers, was the transparency issue. And you know, I spoke earlier about maybe how we got there, and what will be required now. And there, you know, there was an article a couple weeks ago. University of Wisconsin flunks the financial transparency test, and you know, I read through that, as you know, I'm sure many people did, and I can't express the importance of having independent, you know, financial audits, along with the involvement of the Legislative Audit Bureau, which you know will be able to come alongside, and you know, an independent agency, accounting firm who specializes in higher education,